If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Renee Dawn Skoglund, age 30, of Sussex Falls, South Dakota, was taken into custody by Sussex Falls, South Dakota police March 10th on Friday after wrongfully reporting a grape battery in Hillsborough County on March 8th. On March 8th of 2023, Skoglund contacted Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office 911 reporting that an unknown suspect graped her. She advised the dispatch that the grape occurred alongside Interstate 75 north of College Avenue in Ruskin and Apollo Beach area. Investigators learned that Skoglund was visited from Sussex Falls and was scheduled to return home later that day. After a thorough area search for the suspect, detectives discovered a rope was purchased from Walmart, which led detectives to numerous Walmart locations for further suspect information. Detectives identified Mrs. Skoglund on video 8 hours before the reported attack, buying the rope. Investigators worked on a timeline for Miss Skoglund and recovered video from multiple places Miss Skoglund visited in the time surrounding the attack. After returning to South Dakota, Skoglund reported the attack to Sussex Falls Police to medical attention services, but was confronted with the facts of the investigation. She attempted to change her statement before eventually admitting to fabricating the entire incident. Skoglund is currently awaiting extradition back to Florida, where she faces charges of misuse of 911 system, false report of a crime, and fabricating physical evidence. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office understands the seriousness of these incidences and are urging anyone with knowledge of any type of incident such as this to come forward and report it. They also stated that they will work tirelessly to bring justice to all of the victims. So here we are again with another story that you don't hear a lot of women happen to talk about, which is the fact that you have a lot of women out here on an everyday basis going out here and alleging, falsifying evidence, falsifying stories, that men or a man decided that they wanted to go directly after the person, causing some type of harm and endangering them, all to find out that it was a lie. She knows it's a lie. She decided to make all of this up because I guess she wanted attention, because nobody is specifically giving her the attention of which she is looking for. And this is ridiculous. She needs to be charged with there needs to be laws, because at any point in time, some random dude that was just walking around that day, he could have potentially been set up for this, and he would have been arrested, and he would have to sit up there and try to prove. He would have to literally sit up there and try to prove that this didn't happen. Matter of fact, let me just revisit something that I gave y'all before.
Let's go crazy!
She said, well, I could literally fabricate a story and tweet that you went after me last week. And for a while, until you can prove that you've never met me, some people would believe me. Think about that. She just indicated that she would set a guy up for a crime that he never even committed. Even if he was never even in the same state, he could be on a whole different planet. But guess what? If a woman decides to state this publicly, people are going to go out there and believe her. The police are going to sit up there and believe her up until further notice. That means that at any point in time, any guy walking, any young man walking out here can be set up and pinned for something that he didn't do. All because a woman feels a type of way. And what people don't understand is women can keep this up. They can do the crying story. They can start acting erratic and all these other types of things. Like I said, this dude is wasting away behind bars while she's still out here just getting questioned. They're pulling her back and forth every day, every week, every month, or whatever it is, while this dude is sitting up here for a crime that he didn't commit. And what do you think is going to happen once they find out that this woman lied? Ain't nothing going to happen to her. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. This dude basically would have to waste away in jail for days, for weeks, for months, maybe even possibly years before anybody acknowledges the fact that this woman is basically lying. That women out here are literally lying on guys just because they feel like it. Not because the guys did something to them, not because they know the guys, or none of that. It's just because they want to. And I keep trying to tell people how dangerous that is. This is why I'm trying to make women understand, like, this is why a lot of guys don't almost see women as victims, because women have the power to do stuff like this. And there is nothing in reverse. There is nothing that is going to come from this that is going to free that man, that is going to give that man back that time and that energy that he spent rotting away or having to fight for his life because other dudes in there want to do something to him. They want to try him and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, it's like, yo, it's crazy. And I feel so sad. I feel so horrible for the guys that are behind bars right now for crimes that they did not commit. And especially by way of women directly lying on them just because they wanted to lie, because they felt a certain type of way, because they were emotional about something. It's crazy. It's 1,000% crazy. And this is why I keep stating that there needs to be laws passed directly on this. This is not a game. It's not funny at all. At all. And again, to a lot of the women out there, this is the main reason why a lot of guys don't believe that women are victims. This is why a lot of guys don't believe in a lot of the tears. They're not coming with a cape as soon as a woman basically states that, hey, all, something basically happened to me. They're like, well, how do I know? How do I know that you're not going to say that I did it just because I'm here? Right? Like I said, like it's a whole bunch of stuff that could sit up there and take place. Even if a dude comes in to try to help a woman and she's basically frantic and she's saying that this, that, and the third basically happened to her, but she's not giving any specifics, people might sit up there and look at the guy that's at the scene, like, yo, was it you? Did you sit up there and do it? Where did you come from? Where you at? Like, why are you even near her? And they'll start doing that. And now you got people automatically, because she's frantic or whatever it is, now they're ganging up on him, making it seem like he did something. And he didn't. Like I said, it's getting to that point. It's not worth trying to, like, either believe. It's not worth trying to sit up there and help out. It's not even worth trying to sit up there and speak. Because at any moment in time, those same people that you're trying to help can basically turn on you. Or they can fabricate a story about you. Craziness. Like I said, it's straight craziness out here. But again, you're not going to have a lot of women directly talking about this. How many women? What's the statistics on the amount of women that are locked up behind bars in prison over lies that men have, basically falsified against them? I would love to see those stats, because we historically have seen young boys locked up behind bars for crimes that they didn't even sit up there and commit, and it was by way of a woman lying directly on them, stating that this and this and this happened when it didn't. Just fabricating stories, but people just believe it because it's a woman. So, like I said before, um, a lot of the women out there, they're not going to understand it up until these women start showing up and they're doing this to their best friends, to their husbands, their fiancés, their boyfriends, their fathers, their uncles, their grandfathers, your sons, up until that starts hitting your front door. That's the only time that women are realistically going to care. That's the only time. That is literally the only time. Like I said, we're living in a point in time right now where women can literally say this on social media and ain't nothing going to happen. Ain't nobody going to come for this person. Ain't nobody going to try to do anything. Like I said, there needs to be laws passed so that this can stop happening. Like I said, the moment in time that this happened, give these women like 30 years. Give them 20 to 30 years. Put that as like the at least the bare minimum, 20 to 30 years. Because you got some guys that have been locked up behind bars for about 30 to 40 years for crimes that they didn't even commit. And they're only free right now due to the fact of firms directly out there working pro bono trying to free innocent men when everybody else is just like, well, if they say you did the crime, then that means you did the crime. Craziness. But like I said, people not going to care up until it happens to them. And by that time, it's too late.